up to my door yet. That's really regular, like I'm Channing Tatum, I be stepping up. I be flexing up. I came straight in front of other. Nah, there'll never be another.
You've seen the trailers, you've heard the buzz. Well, today we're getting more NBA 2K22 details straight from the source. Here's gameplay director Mike Wang. I know you want to learn more about NBA 2K22, so here to talk about it is the source himself, gameplay director Mike Wang. Welcome again to 2K TV. Always a pleasure having you on.
It's a great pleasure being here again, Alexis. How are you doing?
I'm doing so well. So we're getting close to launch time, and you've released some details on your blog and social media. So tell us what's
the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge and the state flag of Texas looking majestic tonight. We're coming to you live from Dallas, Texas. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Here are the five for the Clippers. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 down low. And for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Reggie Bullock, and it's Hardaway in at the 3. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Just insane length and leaping ability. Ibaka can reject shots from anywhere on the floor.
Shot clock at 3, and there it is for him.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
George. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
Doncic passes to Bullock. Dallas moving the ball around. Passes to Porzingis. Dallas needs to get off a shot. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. That 3 off the mark. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Tyronn Lue for just a minute. Among the chief items of concern is the scoring versatility of Kristaps Porzingis. Coach said he can beat you facing up, back to the basket, running to the rim. Defensively, we have to keep him in our sights at all times. We'll see if all that extra attention pays off. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Porzingis with the block, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Brown is checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleba, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Eric Bledsoe is checked in for George, and it's Johnson in for Reggie Jackson. Johnson, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Doncic, hands the 12-footer.
Boy, it's so impressive you see Doncic at his size handle the ball the way he does. As a defender, he can really put you on your heels.
Brown against Zubac. Outside Leonard. Lets it go from deep. Mavericks with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Powell. And no good that time. Great D that time from Batum. Here's Bledsoe. Missed inside.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Brunson kicks to Doncic. Free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Boy, Doncic is so good at going at the defense, and when he goes at him like that, it puts the defense in a tough spot. Very crafty.
This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw good from Doncic. Both good from the line that time.
Boy, Doncic plays with such an edge and attitude, and I think it endears him to his teammates and gives them confidence.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. The Mavericks on top. They're up by 2. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the talent on this team.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody wants to win.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Marjanovic. Doncic out there with Powell. Then there's Reggie Bullock, and it's Brunson in at the point guard position. Brunson, good. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad that's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Dallas shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
A different look for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Jalen Brunson. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Zubats. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Paul George, he's checked in for Eric Bledsoe. And it's Jackson in for Johnson.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player, excellent at the free throw line. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Doncic outside, and they double up Doncic. Here's Porzingis, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Porzingis has got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs. Right side, George. Porzingis with the block. Doncic against Ibaka. The wide open look here for Porzingis, and another basket for Dallas.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the Clippers. Now, here is Ibaka. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And here's Jackson. Takes a three. That shot off. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That's on Reggie Jackson. The Mavericks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Free throw good. Bullock. And the Mavericks making a change here. Brown's checked in. And so Bullock nails both of them.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Jackson. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
And Doncic hits it to go. Doncic has got 11 points.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead. Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he.
Brown outside. Here's Hardaway. And it's in. Oh, wow. He nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, can't tell you how much it means to us to have you back with us. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing their momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. And from what we saw so far from the Mavericks, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they were...
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Jackson. Marcus Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the 2. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Pass to Ibaka. Porzingis with the block.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Cauley Stein comes in for Maxi Kleber. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Reggie Bullock. Yep, it goes, and the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Kennard. For Dallas, they've gone 0 of 5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Johnson, the pass to Zubac. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Kennard's shot is off. Mavericks leading by 13. Brunson with a clean look, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
Break Dallas. Here's Hardaway, and it's Dallas with another.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And so it's Dallas, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. Back to the action after this word. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Dwight Powell is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Brown. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Hardaway in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Dallas leading by 17. Ball's knocked loose. Leonard with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And that one drops. George has got the fourth quarter started here with buckets for Los Angeles.
I tell you, George is an amazing athlete. He's got great speed, and when he's in the open court running the break, that's a scary look for the defense.
Bullock kicks to Brunson. The pass to Hardaway. 5 to shoot. Back to Brunson. From deep three-point range, Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Clippers trail by 15. Here's George. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Bullock with it. Leonard's there. Now here's Brunson. And it's blocked by Ibaka. An even 3-on-3 break. 17-foot shot on the way. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
When PG-13 is feeling it, he can be an absolute monster from mid-range.
Dallas calls timeout. They lead by 13. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter of this one. A different look for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Brown. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. .133 left here in the fourth quarter. to the inside. Here's Doncic. He can't get it to go. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Doncic against Jackson. Rebound by the Clippers. Down low. And then Leonard with the dunk.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Pass to Doncic. Three-pointer. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Jackson, that's good.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Jackson against Doncic. And they pick up 2.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 8. 36 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
And I'm sure the coach is telling them it ain't over till it's over. Yeah, but I don't know.
Well, it's not looking good for him. We both can agree to that, can't we? I mean, there's got to be a quick bucket, a quick foul, and see what happens after that.
Nobody near Jordan. No good on the quick 3. And the Mavericks with possession. 17 points was their biggest margin. Hardaway passes to Doncic. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Porzingis shoots the 3, drills the three-pointer. And it's an 11-point Dallas lead.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Doncic outside. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.